This is the five. This is part of the vigilante thing, right? That is brewing. I mean, we saw this with the guy the killer on the subway. And to be clear, when you kill somebody, you're a killer. The legal case is going forward. But when you kill somebody, you're a killer. That's the definition of a killer.
And you might be the danger to society, actually. Exactly.
But there's this spirit of vigilantism that they need to promote, both to suggest that there's some, runaway crime. I mean, and it's amazing how this stuff recycles. I mean, Bernie Getz. And that was a time where actually there was the New York City was in a much, much more difficult place. But here is the Fox, the five.
A moral value, you can get in trouble for it. The bottom line, you have to intervene when no one else is doing anything. We see this on the subway. That's how human beings react. We see a vacancy and we want to fill it. If the police can't do it, if the security can't do it, you will do it, which leads me to a suggestion. This is a solution that could end this right now. When you think about it, you're decriminalizing theft, right? Mm-hmm. That means stealing from them is also decriminalized. So I don't understand why, if you have a supermarket or any kind of store, you have these guys that just hang out and they wait till the people leave and they take their stuff and they get like 10%.
You get like a posse.
Yeah, it's a posse. It's basically a product posse. And so they just hang out there and then it's like, so you get, let's say they take $500 worth of stuff, they get $50 if they take the stuff from them. It actually sounds like a lot of fun for kids for a summer job, hang out.
Can you pause it for a sec? I'm sorry, what kind of 12-year-old short story is this crap? Greg, are they going to wear capes? What will they call themselves? They're either the Hardy Boys, maybe they can have a little newsboy cap on, or they could just be the Avengers, the Dwayne Reed Protectors.
Sorry, they're the Robin Hoods of pharmacies.
Having served on a grand jury recently, I can confirm that they are still charging people for stealing, say, from a sunglasses hut or something like that. But also, there's a very clear message that needs to be sent about this, because if you are working for a boss at a retail employer and somebody tries to steal something, do not be a goddamn hero, please. You are not paid enough by that place of employment to put your body on the line for that merchandise. They will write it off. It's a cost of doing business.
That's why the employer knows this too. Exactly. The employer, it's you're not qualified to stop anybody stealing this stuff. Now, first off, they also have insurance. This is built into their into their budget, but they don't have insurance if this employee gets beat up by these people or he gets hurt by these people. I mean, that's the whole point.
But they're not even employees that he's advocating for here. He's on
that note, sorry.
He's saying random people should do this for their own financial gain
That's his jokey way of trying to say that we're living in a lawless society because there's no laws, because people are stealing detergent from supermarkets to make it look like the whole society is falling apart.
Hilarious.
Shoplifting has existed for longer than he has been around. It is the case. And here's the amazing thing, too, is where is the panic about the ongoing daily cases of white-collar crime that exist? You never hear about that. But if you're talking about, people are stealing detergent. I'm not saying that people should be allowed to steal detergent. No, they shouldn't be allowed to steal detergent. But the point is that if you're talking about cost to society, what is the cost to society when you have banks putting people into essentially mortgages that they can't pay? They have a fiduciary duty. They are loan officers. It is their job to make sure that people don't go into mortgages that they can't pay. Or when you have banks that have shoved clients into products they're not even aware of, or when you've had embezzlement, or when you have Medicare fraud, or when you have any type of wide scale fraud, or for that matter, tax evasion. I mean, how much more is it costing society to have something like tax evasion than it is to have shoplifting take place at the local Costco?
Yeah, and what's worse to me than somebody walking out with anything is like there's this case, TJ Maxx in Miraloma, California, where this guy apparently thought he had enough evidence to suggest that 2 black women walking out of the store with handbags were stealing it, and they got in a physical fight. He's just a guy there. That is not civilized behavior. Like, people shouldn't be allowed to steal stuff. People should not intervene again to protect like merchandise. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's a great point too, Matt. Like, who is going to be the subject of this targeted harassment? I mean, of course. Who are the fascists that are going to be like, I'm going to protect the property at the CVS? I mean, that's me here.
And they're
going to go after black people.
We are really like baby brained that we look at images of people stealing detergent and then think of like, oh, that person is bad. What kind of society do people have to like form
what are they doing
posses,
with detergent?
as Fox News wants to call it, to like what? Like detergent. They're selling detergent because you can get a good profit on it. Same thing why you steal TVs and stuff. And guess what? Stealing a TV during a riot, like, okay, you're going to sell that for what? A few $100? That barely pays a fifth of your rent in a lot of places. Like, so the idea that people are living high off of, no, people are fighting to survive. And all these places, they've been cutting back on security and all this other stuff and just want more cops to take care of it for them.
And Tom from Yacubia and Cap'n and O'Fun also remind us that the largest theft in the country is wage theft.
Yeah.
And it's not close.
So let's read some IMs, shall we?
We shall.
Here we go. Sam's Tight Pants. So while 209,000 jobs were added last months were revised down slightly. Wage gains are keeping pace to where real wage gains will likely see their biggest month-over-month gain in the past 12 months or so. CPI headline number next week should cool to just above 3%. We are not in a recession nor imminently heading towards one. Keep the faith. Left is best. The Fed is going to do its damn best, though, to put us into a recession enough to start to strip away some of those wage gains. I can assure you.
Yep.
Vermont Ben, is Samantha Seder on Threads yet? Indeed. Sam.Cedar. I don't really follow, Instagram. So I have no Instagram stuff. I have I think I have like even 2 Instagram accounts. I don't even know, I'm never on there. So, but I did my Instagram account for Threads because it was easy. You just do it. I don't even know how that happened. Robbie Meatballs, why is he even running? I know he's term limited out before 2028, but wasn't he allowed to run now according to Florida law? Well, they changed it.
Changed it, yeah. But he has no control over the Florida legislature. They're the ones just really driving the bus on anti-gay discrimination, according to someone who I spoke to recently.